for a meat hook. Has anybody got a meat hook? Anyone? Where are they? The thing, I know, I've seen one. I'm doing that thing when you move house and you've seen it somewhere. Why do I want a meat hook? Somebody somewhere might ask. I don't know. Anyone? Why do you want a meat hook, Tash?
Why do you want a meat hook?
Oh, there we go. Why do you want a meat hook, Tash? So that I can hang my new bags up on the back and you can see them. Today we are doing gift bags for 2 reasons. Firstly, I've got the most stunning, beautiful Kaufman fabrics in that just need to be made into the most gorgeous gift bags. And secondly, it's Emily's birthday on Friday and she's got to take, you know how they do sweets and stuff into school, which I hate, but she's got to do it anyway. So I've made her a little gift bag to take all of her sweets in. Obviously she'll have her gifts in it first and then later on she can take her sweets into school. So that's how my life is looking today. Good morning. How are you? So it's all good. It's all good. So today's gift bag thingamajiggy thing can either be made out of gorgeous fabrics like this. I made this out of, and I'm just going to see if I can... here we go. Out of the spots that are all cut up on the desk ready to post out to you today if you bought these last week. So there are your spots. This is a faced bag. It's not any old bag, it's a faced bag. And it's got like a pleat down the side. Well, it hasn't got like a pleat, it has got a pleat down the side there, on a thread there. So, I don't know what I put in this. Oh, there's a picture in there. Some binoculars in a bag. That's what I found to put in it. I was like, what can I put in it just to pad it out so you can see what you can put in there. That is my friend's dog. I drew that when I was 14. Anyway, binoculars in a bag. You can fit lots in there, including a picture, binoculars in a bag. A bag in a bag. Who needs a bag in a bag? This is since reusable plastic bags, I find myself walking around a lot with bag in a 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 bag. That seems to be the way it goes. So let's put some of this back in here. Including the binoculars. It is quite cool actually because of yeah. Anyway, it's pleated down the side. That's what I was trying to show you. So gift bag, perfect if you have a small person that is about to turn 7. How is she turning 7? Good grief. I found all the beautiful quilts the other day that that all the Sewing Quarter lot made for us when I was pregnant. Sounds really... There's my wallet. And a phone charger in here. Excellent. That sounds really dismissive, doesn't it, Sewing Quarter lot? The beautiful people at Sewing Quarter, beautiful viewers at Sewing Quarter who made Emily and Freddie the most incredible quilts when I was pregnant and then gave them to me and made me cry at the middle of Festival of Quilts. And I found them the other day with the book that had also been done with who had made what block. It's the most incredible thing to keep and to have, and the children looking at it going, really, all these people made these for us? And I'm like, yes, all these people made these things for you. Amazing. Anyway, this is a great Christmas gifting bag. Look at the lining. This lining. Look at that. Ooh. This is the Kaufman Christmas fabric, everybody. We've gone kind of... Why do... Well, you know, what's that Marks and Spencer's slogan? Thingy... Oh, I don't know what you mean. You know what I mean. This is not just any old Christmas fabric. This is Kaufman Christmas fabric. You put all your gifts and stuff in there. And when they open it up, it's all faced beautifully in fabrics. That's just a little strip of fabric. Now, if you are someone that is toying with the idea of maybe one day putting a Postbox zip into a pocket in a bag, this is great practice. This is the start of it, and then you just put a zip in behind it. So this is a really useful technique for you to learn. We're going to have Gemma on the phone in a minute, but I'm going to have to call her back because otherwise there's going to be horrific feedback. Or you can just call me Gemma. Or shall I call you from... Hang on, there we go. Let's see if I can call her from here. Because she has got all the numbers on the fabrics today. And there are quite a lot of numbers. Hang on, I'm going to put you on speaker. I'm going to turn the volume up. I'm going to unplug you. And I'm going to put you... There's a lot of things I'm going to do. I'm going to put you right by...
All things.
There you go. Right, I'm put you right by the microphone. Gemma Law.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
I am shenanigating presently.
Oh, are you?
Which is going to involve quite a bit of tapping, but it will be worth the wait. So I'm going to put myself on mute, and then I will send you the little massage.
Okay, Gemma, before you do that, can we just tell everybody what it is that you are shenanigating at, please?
I am shenanigating a mega bundle of Kaufman, and it is crazy discount.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Do you really want me to tell straight away, or do we wait until the button is pressing? Give me a couple of minutes, yeah?
Okay, all right. I will
very exciting.
Show everybody then what
Beautiful.
we have. So
Speak
these are the... Bye, Jem. These are the new Kaufmans. I'm going to put them in some sort of order. Because I feel like they have kind of colour families almost. And it's all very beautiful. But you see, we do Christmas stuff, don't we? Sort of differently, everybody. Some people like gold, some people like silver. Some people have a little bit of a mix of everything. Either way, I've got you sorted and covered today. All right. So these are the Kaufman Christmas fabrics. Plus. Let's just have a little look and a little moment. It's so funny actually because we mentioned on the show the other day about the fact that there's not a lot of space in here for a Christmas tree, and then someone said, well, couldn't you do one of those fabric Christmas trees where you put the lights in behind? Now we've done that we've done that before. We have instructions for putting lights into a panel, but this is your Kaufman Christmas tree panel. You can buy it individually today. You can buy it as part of this set here. All of these are available individually. You can mix and match to your heart's desire. If you would like all of them, there is an insane price on all of them. It's the best that we can possibly do for you. So bear with me one moment whilst I work out which camera does what. I still can't work this out. Josh is going to be like, why can't you work this out? I don't know, but apparently I can't. Why don't I know these things? Nothing seems to be moving. Oh, hang on, that's the wrong camera. Maybe that one's number 2. Is that one there number 2 then? Oh, Josh on the call, I can't remember which. Okay, so that just flashed at me. No, do you know what? I'm going to put you on this one so that you can have a look at the beautiful fabrics, and then I'm going to try and work out which blinking camera does what, because I am still so confused. It's still not logical for me at all. Oh, there you go. There's a little bit of a zoom there, which must mean that that is therefore camera 1. Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Here we go. Now we've got it. Right. Check this out. Hurrah. I get there in the end. It is not second nature yet. Because if you imagine, in moving, everything has changed. I don't know where anything is anymore, including my meat hook. It's all very distressing. Who moved my cheese? It's all about who moved my cheese. Now, if I tell you that Jane was quite upset that we put this fabric up today, she's like, but that needs to go with the Christmas tree to be its binding, because it's like a stripy binding, and you know I like a stripy binding. Like, I know, Jane. Will you get over it, Jane? Maybe.
She's gone.
She's gone. Not like for good, hopefully, because we didn't put this. Well, it is. If you get the whole bundle, then this will be in there. But you see, I thought for gift bags, this is fabulous, and also not horrendously Christmassy. Not horrendously Christmassy.
No.
Like there's no holly, there's no ivy, there's no poinsettia in that. It's just a jolly good wiggly stripe. We need a wiggly stripe in our lives. However, it does go beautifully with possibly one of the most Christmassy fabrics. It's got all the Christmas in it. Check this out with your poinsettias and all your other goodies. We were talking yesterday about, obviously, fabulous salvages. You've got all your boiled sweet, swirly, whirly things there for Christmas. Sally's here.
Hello.
At a respectful distance from the technology. Do you go crazy for Christmas?
Yes.
You do?
Obviously, I have a whole Christmas event based around the fact that I love Christmas.
Oh yeah, you do. You have your Christmas fair, don't you? Forgotten about that. Yeah, Sally does love Christmas. There we go. And then, but do you do... Hang on. Do you do Diwali as well?
No.
Or not? You don't?
No.
None of that.
No.
Right. Wrong religion?
Wrong religion.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good-o. That's me showing my complete ignorance. Should have listened better at Ari. Oh.
Who does?
I don't know. Emily is horrified at RE. She told them the other day, bearing in mind she goes to a Church of England school, she said, I don't believe in all of this. She said, but I do believe in the source. I was like, all right, good, Emily. And then she told me she wanted to be Jewish so that she could wear a star because it was pretty. I'm like, okay, we'll narrow down your religious preferences, shall we? We'll get there. This, again, is just another stunning fabric. Whether it's Christmassy or not, doesn't matter. It's gorgeous and you should have it. You deserve it. You'll be seeing on these salvages as well that these are all printed in Japan. There are certain techniques within these that only can be done in certain mills in Japan. Look at this. I love a candy cane. I do love a candy cane. They don't ever make it onto my tree. I'm going to be really honest. They don't ever make it onto my tree, but I do love a good candy cane. And my mum always has Christmas flowers. So this kind of reminds me of my mum because she will always have Christmas flowers. I don't normally have poinsettias. After one of our cats, his mum ate poinsettias when she was pregnant and nearly killed all the kittens. But Suchard, Shennecat Suchard, his name was. I think that's why all his teeth fell out. He wasn't the most able cat in the whole world, but he was very loving. So we never really had poinsettias after that, just in case the cats decided to eat them. However, we were given one, and it is... Oh, she's found my wheat hooks. Well done, Sal. It is the one plant that I can keep alive.
Really?
Yeah. Out of all the plants there are in all the world, a poinsettia, weirdly, is the one that I have managed to keep alive because it's probably the one that I least mind if we keep it or not. And even cacti. Have you noticed Josh's droopy cacti on the front doorstep?
No.
Have you...
I don't like to look.
You don't like to look. There's a terrifying thought. Well, the local farmer pointed it out to me the other day. He was like, Tash, is this your droopy cactus on the doorstep? I was like, no, it's Josh's. It hasn't come in yet. So yeah, and they're meant to be like the hardest things to kill off, aren't they? Oh no, I'm a whiz with aloe vera. Hello, Vera. Can we let's focus on possibly no. Look, phone. There's no time to talk to anybody else. Can we take a moment to focus on the most beautiful poinsettia fabrics here? These are stunning. It's called Holiday Flourish Peppermint Twist. Ah, they're beautiful. Have you got a favourite out of these today, Sam?
Oh, well.
Oh, well. I feel like there is a long story about to come with the oh, well here.
If I'm going full out vintage Christmas.
Vintage Christmas,
Is
yeah.
that the one with the candy canes?
Yeah, this one.
I can't see.
That one.
Yes.
Yes.
That would be my choice.
That one. Good.
Because I love a proper...
It's got all the colours for you, hasn't it?
Proper vintage Christmas.
I could see that in your sitting room. Just saying.
Well, everywhere in the house.
Draped everywhere, unashamedly. Again, this is just a ridiculously luscious, gorgeous fabric, and why wouldn't you want that in your life? It's got actually quite a vintagey feel to it, because there's grey in there, and if you upcycle fabric, this is a really beautiful one to line drawers with. I've used fabrics with Eau de Coat and Mod Podge, not Hodgepodge. Mod Podge, on an arch of a door frame on some fabric, on a piece of furniture that worked an absolute treat. Hodgepodge, what am I like? Honestly, yeah. Just to give a little bit of background as to why I'm a little bit today. Emily has not been sleeping very well since we moved. It's taken her a little bit of a while to get used to her new environment and her new surroundings. And this has been the first night that I've had a full night's sleep. So I'm slightly delirious with having had a full 5 hours sleep. This is very exciting for me. So actually creeping towards 6 hours, don't wish to show off. But yeah, this has been very exciting. So I feel amazing. It's amazing what a little bit of sleep can do. But clearly, just talking quite a lot of rubbish. These, if you're going for blacks, reds, greens, golds, all that sort of thing, then these are the ones. Have a look on the website, natashamakes.com. But if you want an alternative colour for your Christmas, let me introduce you to these. Now, this is the one that I did the facing of my bag for. It's stunning, it's sparkly, it's fabulous. What I really love about this, okay, is that, and I'm just going to pull it because then you can just see it. In fact, I might just keep this down the whole time, but look. See, I don't always go the traditional colours, but this absolutely is stunning for me. I'm like, yep. And then you put that with the candy cane one. And you've got all of that. For me, I just adore this colourway, and I didn't expect to. I didn't expect to love it as much as I do. But now that it's here, I'm like, yes, it's like monochrome Christmas with warmth. How did that happen? So I'm just going to keep this in the background just a little bit there for you to see. And then, because look, gorgeous, just gorgeous. Whether you're doing table runners, whether you're doing gift bags, whether you're doing Christmas cushions, wall hangings, whatever it is. Now, this was the one that these two fabrics here actually were the ones that inspired today's entire show, because I just thought this is going to make great gift bags. It's going to make, you know, my bottle bag that you can whip up in about 10 minutes. But this is perfect for it. Absolutely perfect. Get yourself some silver ribbon, wrap it around, bosh, job done. We need to have a remake of that bottle carrier because it's just perfect. So far we've got some rather beautiful fabrics here and here. But then look at this. Oh. Now, you're going to use this for Christmas. You're going to use this for your binding on stuff. You're going to use this for your beautiful bottles, your bags, all the gifting in all the world. You're going to use it for that. You're going to use it to sash things with as well. But now look, because this is what it goes so stunningly with. Look at that. Oh, Gemma's messaging me. Bear with. Right. Gemma's like, nearly! Mod Podge. I mean, most things in my life are hodgepodge. Cynthia says, greetings, birthday wishes for Emily. Yeah, 7. Right. We've got this. And then we get into the realms of, ooh, hang on. Let's then give you the black, silver and grey version, which I love, which then, if you're thinking, well, what fabrics are going to go with that? Well, the black and silver swirly bits, and I've got all the words, haven't I, today? And the silver and grey swirly bits, they need to go together, but of course they all go so stunningly with these. And so how do you pick? Which then brings me to the whole issue of why Gemma has been rapidly tippity-tapping away in the background, trying to bring us a full collection. She's now asked me to take a photo of it, which is quite tricky, but we're going to do it. We're going to find a way to do it. Because I only decided to do this, obviously, 10 minutes before the show. I was like, is there a way that we could offer this to everyone? To everyone. Where did I put? I don't even know where I put my computer now. I mean, look at them. They're just gorgeous. So let's see if we can't find a way to fan these out and get a gorgeous shot so that you know what you're buying, because when this product goes live you will get 16 half meters of incredible Kaufman plus you will also get the panel with the Christmas tree, so you are all set. Like, all your Christmas needs will be there. Now, should we have a little guess as to how much that should have been? I'm just going to try and take a photo of this. It's going to be a terrible photo, but just so that everybody can see what it is you're getting. Can anybody else hear my chicken shouting? Don't know what they're shouting for, but there we go. Right, let me get that photo across to Gemma. Excuse the blue cutting mat. Right, let's get this sorted. So Christmas has come early, says Gemma. In celebration of the launch of Robert Kaufman's Holiday Flourish Peppermint Twist launch, Natasha has a mega bundle, that's me, of 16 fabulous half meters. La 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 la. Plus a 60 centimetre Christmas tree panel, which is obviously over there. Okay, so then you can now get if I can switch that down there, you can now get all of these here, all of these for, well, it's a £3 discount on the panel, so it's £11.99 rather than £14.99, and the half meters coming in at £8 each instead of £10.49 each. Gemma, what should this have been?
Hola!
Hola!
It should have been £182.83.
But it's not £182, is it? And 82
No.
pence. What is it?
No. £139.99.
Wow. Okay, it's a big discount, isn't it? It is a big discount.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no two ways about it, is there? That is a big old discount. So,
Huge.
Huge. If you are a Kaufman fan, there are a lot of you out there, then that, you know, if you can find a way to have that as a thing in your life, then please go for it. Otherwise, you can buy the ½ metre at the ½ metre price.
Which we have generously taken £1 off our RRP for.
Have we done that as well?
As an introductory price.
We're amazing.
So we're lovely people.
We are lovely people.
Should be £10.49 a ½ metre. We've put them up at £9.49 today. But in that bundle, you are getting £3 off the panel and each ½ metre at £8 rather than £10.49. So it is, when we say it's a crazy mega deal, it's a crazy mega deal.
We understand everyone's pockets are different. Of course we do. Which is why there's a little discount for everyone there. But obviously, if you are going for the big one, then you have got rather a lovely discount on that. I'm going to demo in this and this, I think, because I want to show you that whilst these can be Christmassy, you are also investing in a bundle that is also very, very, very versatile. So yes, I could do this bag out of this fabric and everyone go, gosh, what a beautiful Christmas bag. But I could also do it out of this and it would be, wow, what a lovely decadent bag. Not necessarily Christmas. Okay. And that's what we're aiming for here, isn't it? Is to have that versatility in a pattern. If I'm buying a pattern, I don't want to have to buy it lots and lots and lots of, you know, lots of different patterns to achieve the same end goal. Now, I could and will actually cut this one this way. Now, in the pattern, if you want to cut your fabrics in one piece, then obviously that's going to be great. If you want to, if you've got a directional pattern, because what I realised, I'd cut myself a ½ metre of the Christmas tree, and then realised that was all very well and good. However, I wanted it to go obviously directionally. So from that ½ metre length, I cut 2 pieces side by side and then made them cut and then sewed them together to give me that full length. And that you absolutely can do. All your cutting instructions obviously are with your pattern. But you only need a squidgy bit out of that for the facing. So I just think that if you are gifting, this will be something that can be then re-gifted as well. And actually that little strip there will do a couple of these, no bother at all. Okay. So it just gives that little bit of extra specialness, doesn't it, to a gift. I know there are some families that, you know, everybody has their own gift bag, and that's then, you know, you have one gift from everyone, especially like big families. I've seen this done quite a lot with big families where they go, this is the bag, you put one gift in it and that's it. And that makes a lot of sense to me. I think sometimes Christmas can get a little bit a bit too much, can't it? But there we go, that's just my humble little opinion. Now, if you are going to be cutting this in one piece, obviously I'm just using that fold at the bottom, but what I would then be able to do is to take off that slice, and then I could use that for the facings for other bags. So out of your 2 ½ meters you would get multiple bags, which is great. We like that. And of course, once you understand the technique, you can change up the sizes however you wish. Just going to give that a little press. Your friend in this make is your quilter's wash away tape. I will tell you that now and for free. That is very much your friend. Let's get that crease in there. Because otherwise you've got to do that really pesky thing of trying to guess where that 1/4 of an inch is sitting as you fold. But use your 1/4 inch quilter's wash away tape here as a measuring tool, actually, because that is what it can be too. So this is my long piece here. All I'm doing is just making available the 2 end pieces. So these are my facing pieces, 2 facing pieces, and then hang on. There we go. Right. So I'm going to put quilter's wash away tape, top and bottom on every single piece. Every single piece. Obviously the steps are very much step by step, but when you've done it once, you'll be able to kind of batch do this and go, right, I know that I now need to do this on each piece of fabric. If you you could spend it, if you were going to batch make these, then you could do these of an evening. You could cut your strips of this width here and then subcut into your lengths, either your facing lengths or your main body lengths, and you could then just, you know, pop the tape on and turn it over that whilst you sit and watch a movie. That's the sort of thing that I like to do, because I can't just sit and do nothing. Have to sit and do something. On the website, those of you that have good eyes will have noticed, and I think we only have 3 left, because when we were conservative with our loading. On Sunday night, an email went out to members, and members had first dibs, and so they had everything that we thought we had. But when the fabric came in, we had 3 extra meters. We could take 3 extra bundles. If you want a really cost-effective way to make these, maybe it's for charity or something else, we have got a 5 meter bundle of Christmas fabrics for £20. Okay, I'm just going to say that once, because I've only got 3 left, and when they're gone, they're gone. There is a massive discount on that. And that's why it went to members first, because members get that big discount first. If you are not a member of the Natasha Makes Designs subscription, then you are missing out on big savings that get offered to members. But we had, yeah, like I say, when the fabrics actually came in, it turned out that we could make 3 more. So I'm offering them up to everybody else. But obviously that is going to be fastest fingers first. They're really sweet for the Christmases and stars and all that kind of stuff. Oh, Gemma's back online. Have I said that wrong? Have we not got
I am, of course. I'll have my 2 penneth.
Go on then.
So yeah, we've already sold one of those this morning. The other 2, if they're in your baskets, guys, they are not secure until you check out. So don't be disappointed if someone else checks out quicker. Until you've checked out, those are not secured.
No, I mean, they are, like, I think that these Kaufman fabrics are the ones that you make for loved ones, right? And to be reused and reused. The other ones are going to be for, like, big Christmas sacks. You know, if you do gift sacks, our kids all have gift sacks or stockings. They're perfect for that. Those larger makes, or for those charity makes where you want to make your fabric go the most economical way that you possibly can. Or if you're making to sell so that you can fund your fabric habit, then they are absolutely perfect for that as well.
They're a fantastic pocket-friendly option, aren't they?
Well, they are, and we do try to cater for both ends, because money just goes once, doesn't it? It's like when you go for a restaurant meal. I get really grumpy if I have bad service, because I just think, we work really hard for our money. And if you're paying for an experience, you want it to be a good one.
Of course.
Now, just a reminder I'm going so off topic today, aren't I? With the quilter's wash away tape, I would give it a little press once you've turned it over. For the simple reason that activates the glue.
Sorry, Natasha, can I give a very quick stock update?
Yeah.
Those Chatham Glen bundles, those 5 metre bundles have gone.
Oh yeah, of course they have. Of course they have.
They have gone. But yes, you're going to do a lovely demo. I'm going to stay very quiet and I'm going to be watching avidly because, like many others, I like to make to gift, but making to sell, we don't mind that, do we, Tash? Our commercial patterns, we do not put any kind of restriction on you for, if you want to make to sell.
Yeah.
That's absolutely fine by us.
And I know a lot of you do. And that's perfect because it's what makes the world go round. It's absolutely what makes the world go round. So I have no problem whatsoever with anybody wanting to use our fabrics for that purpose. We're going to put that fabric to one side for now. What we're going to do here is very quickly fold that in half and just in the middle give it a little quick press and then fold it in half again. And this is where sometimes watching the videos is easier because trying to explain this in one long step would have been way too much, but I can show it far easier. So you want to have that halfway point in those quarters. So we're gonna, and you can just finger press it, or if you've got one of our rollers, finger rollers, seam rollers, then that's also a really useful thing to have. And it's just so that you've got that center point found. That's all you want that for, because now on each of them you're going to use a fabric pen that can be removed. Let's go for this one, and we're going to end up with we want to make a rectangle that is 4 inches long and 1 inch wide. Okay, so that means drawing a line 1/2 inch either side of that centre line and 2 inches either side of that centre line. There's my centre line there and there's my centre line there. So that's my 1/2 inch, and so I'm going to draw it up to that inch line there. And this is where it is like putting in the zips for your pockets. And we're going to do exactly the same here. So you end up with, like I say, it's 1 inch by 4, and that's oh gosh, excuse me, you can hear my stomach rumbling. It's feeling quite autumnal here. I don't know if anybody else is feeling that as well. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see that there? Okay. So what I'm going to do is on each end, right sides together, I'm going to pin the top layer there level, and find some pins. You don't need to go crazy with pins. I know some of you will. I know some of you are very pin friendly. But then you also know me. I only pin if it's absolutely necessary. So we'll pin that one on that end. And we'll pin this one on this end. And of course it's centralised, so it doesn't matter. If you use non-directional fabrics, it's centralised. It doesn't matter which way up these things go. But I am just making sure that that is all in line. And then I'm just going to sew on that line and on this line here. Absolutely on the line. If you want to shorten your stitch for this, I would really recommend it. Just because it's going to give you that accuracy. It's funny, isn't it? I do these patterns and I take the photos and I write the steps and I do the thing, and I end up not knowing how long it's actually going to take to make. I have no clue. But I do think with this, I don't think it's a long one. And especially if you're batch making with these, it's, you know, you'll get into the swing of things. But this will also be nice for that special gift, for a special birthday or anything like that. It's going to work a treat. So what we're going to do then, unpin here, and along that fold line, get yourself a nice pair of sharp scissors, make an incision, cut up, and then don't go all the way up, but in a straight line, because you want to go diagonally then up into those corners. So along and then up to, not into the stitching. Okay, we're going to do that on the other side. Would you like it if I do that on a close-up for you so that you can really see what I'm doing? Okay. So we're going to cut into that, cut along that middle line, and then cut up into that corner, up into that corner. Up into the corner, up into the corner. Easy, right? And then you scrunch it up and you poke it through. You post it. You post it through the post box. Okay? Now, you can, at this point, press it, and I will encourage you absolutely to give this a really good press. But equally, if you want to, before you start pressing everything in all directions, if you want to just line up those two top edges and just top stitch along that, suddenly all of this becomes much easier. Okay, but if that feels a bit for you, then that's absolutely fine. Give it a good press first. But I'm going to line those up. I'm going to top stitch along here. And what we do to one end, we're going to do to the other. So line up those edges there. And I'm top stitching, so about 1/8 of an inch. And then switch it round. So then it just sort of makes it easier to then give that a jolly good press, because it hasn't got anywhere to go. Like it can only do the thing that you need it to do. So that's a little top tip that I actually discovered afterwards. I discovered this after I'd written my instructions, when I was making Emily's. I had to make hers secretly. because you know, got to have some secrets. But I do think that this is going to be very, very lovely. And like I say, we're nearly made. You know, we are nearly done. This is not a long make. It's really not. So then you are going to... Ooh. There we go. And just check it from both sides. Because this is the side that you'll see it from, so just check you're happy with it from there. And then I'm going to top stitch around the handle. You don't have to, but you can. And then flip it over and then top stitch the bottom of the facing down. You can pin it first if you want. And then what you do to one side, of course, you're going to do to the other. So we're going to stitch around . Okay, so then, oh, hang on, forgot to sew that last little bit down. Okay, so next step then is to fold it wrong sides together, line up your handles, and we're going to sew down both sides. Okay, now if you are slightly uneven or anything, you can trim it back first. I tend to sew down and then trim it back, so I'm going to sew down with 1/4 inch. We're going to basically French seam these, okay, so that you don't have any raw edges. And then trim it back. Pins out so I don't trim over them. Aha. And then just trim that back to 1/8 inch, okay? Because a lot of people are uncomfortable to sew a complete seam. They might be happy to top stitch, where it doesn't matter if you go a little bit wobbly, but to sew a complete seam at 1/8 inch, sometimes people find a little bit tricky. And if you want to get really into it, then you can also just snip off any excess. This doesn't really matter because it's only 1/8 inch. And then we're going to turn this through the wrong way and give it a little press. So you just want to make sure your seams are on the outside there. And then we will re-sew those seams with a generous 1/4 of an inch. Now, if that hasn't encapsulated and encased your raw edges, because maybe you've gone a bit wobbly, or maybe you didn't quite cut it back to 1/8 of an inch, or whatever your excuse and reasoning, then that's absolutely fine. Just sew yourself a wider seam allowance. That's it. That's all you need to do. Okay. So 1/4 of an inch should be okay. And then spin it over and do the same the other way. Okay. And then the next bit, you can either, let's just say, you can either now leave that as a gift bag as is. It's very lovely, just as a gift bag. You can leave it like that. But if you want that pleat, we're going to put that pleat into it now. Okay, and that just gives it a little bit of extra sort of roominess, if you will. So we're going to fold this. You can use your mat as a measure. We're going to fold this approximately 1.5 inches across, or if you want to, then use your handle as a guide, almost to the handle, and give that a press. You can clip it, press it, whatever. But as long as they are equal, then we are all good. And to be honest, as long as it doesn't go past the handle mark, it doesn't really matter how wide or otherwise you make it. And then all you need to do is just stitch across the base. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it done. Now that bottom obviously now is folded, so all you need to do is fold that back in, finger press it to start off with, and then you'll give it a good press with your iron. So you're going to be judged, you're going to judge it by, going to be judged, sounds terrible, doesn't it? You're going to be judged heavily, sternly judged. No you're not, no one's judging here. You are going to, there we go, create that fold there, give that a good press, and then give that a jolly good press with your iron. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is this gift bag made. So you've got two choices. You can leave it as just a narrow gift bag, or you can leave it as one that expands. But look, just to have that as how it opens up, I think that's really, really special. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And then you've got all that room in there to pop your gifts. Maybe you want to do these as trick or treat bags, you know, autumnal ones with the pumpkin fabrics that you had from us earlier on in the week. It's up to you, but these are the fabrics, and they come in a mega bundle, or you pick the ones that you love the most, which is really tricky.
But how do you choose?
I don't know, Gemma, that's why we did a mega
between
one.
Your children.
Oh, that's easy, the one that hasn't given me the most grief.
The one that's giving you the most sleep.
Yeah, I know, right? You are now my favourite child. Freddie's like, why are you praising Emily so much? What's she done? I was like, she slept through the night. And he just turned around and went, well, that's a low bar, isn't it? Sometimes so that child comes out with absolute crackers, and I'm like, oh, well, yeah, then maybe. But when you are sleep deprived having a good night's sleep suddenly feels
We're
like
all
a
good with
very
that.
high bar indeed. Now,
Yes.
obviously I made Miss Emily's bag out of beautiful Tilda fabrics, out of the spots. We've only got bolt ends left of those, but we do indeed have bolt ends. So if you would love the medium spot in pink, I've got a 9-inch strip of that. If you would like the blue, and these are the colours that I did Emily's in, then I've got a 12-inch piece of bolt end there, a medium spot blue, and then I've got medium dot.
Tash,
What?
I've got to
Flaxen
tell you,
yellow. What?
these dots have gone.
Have
These
they
four
already
bolt
gone?
ends.
All of them?
Yeah. Fastest
okay.
fingers first, my friend.
And what about
However, the autumn rose, still up for grabs.
Get it.
I know.
Get it, get it. Get it, get it.
Someone went dotty for your dots.
I do not blame you at all going dotty for your dots because they're so pretty. They really are so pretty. Ladies and gents, look. We are going to have this as our Christmas tree, I think, here in the studio. So we'll be keeping one of those. It's just the most beautiful, beautiful, beautiful fabric collection. And I know it's an investment, but my goodness, if you are making these lasting gift bags, what a great investment to make, you know. You're investing in the planet. Oh, Gemma, can I just say how many times I've used my scissors already?
Oh, do you know, I'm so glad. When I
I've
spotted them, I
opened up-
laughed out loud to myself.
Yeah, I've opened up parcels with them. I've done everything. I've used the knife on its own. I've used the bottle opener. Don't judge, it was a long night. I've done all sorts. It's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I do think
And
maybe
there will
it's
be people who didn't see yesterday who don't know what we're talking about.
Oh,
my word!
just
The
every season.
revelation that is coming for them.
So basically, and I don't know why it is, but everybody uses my scissors rather than Jane's. Like, Jane's are the most immaculate scissors, so nobody else steals hers, but everybody steals mine. And whether that is to cut zips or like all the things that you don't want anybody to actually use your scissors for. And it has now wrecked during the move. Or maybe they've cut I don't know what people have used my scissors for throughout this move, but they've wrecked them and I'm so sad. Even my beautiful, beautiful Moomin ones. And then Gemma found these and she thought that it was hilarious because she likes to send me up whenever she can. Oh, look. They do multiple things. I can't remember all of them because I've thrown the package away. However, what I do know is that they've got a big bolt in the middle, which means that you can separate them and use that as a knife. Genius. And then you've got a serrated edge there, so if you're using it for cutting cord or anything like that, you can do that too. You've also got a wire cutter in there. I mean, these are a pretty serious piece of kit, aren't they? Also, you can clean them properly when they have... Hang on, which way around does that go? No, it is like that.
Well, they're a stainless steel blade with a titanium coating as well, which again is going to help with strength and cleaning, isn't it?
Yes, I've just completely lost how to put that together. It is like that. Oh, there we go. It's just having a moment. So you've got a bottle opener in there. And then, oh, do you know what I noticed? This has got like an edge on it there, which, again, you can use to open parcels and things, you know, when they've been sellotaped. Although, having said that, I think that's what that bit's meant to be for on there. And then when you need to then sharpen them, you can sharpen them in there, which is brilliant. Just brilliant. So you've got it all going on. They have to, when you put them in, they have to go in that way. There isn't another way. Just give them a little jiggle until they slot in, and then that bolt sits into there, and you can still open your beer or your cider, all the important stuff.
Where is the very important detail there? You can open your beer with them as well, because there's a bottle opener.
Yeah.
They're a great gift, and we have them, Tash, 30% off.
We do. I'm just sharpening my scissors. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, no, we do. Brilliant. Absolutely
Good old
brilliant.
discount.
Yeah.
And we don't have many sets, and this is the last our supplier had. We had the last of their stock.
I would, you know what, I would, rather than try to put both blades through, I would take the blades apart individually and sharpen them individually on there. Just for ease, so that you can get all the way along the blade. These are brilliant, absolutely brilliant. 30% off, you can't argue at that. Well, you can, but why? Some people just like a good argument, don't they? It's like Monty Python. Do you remember that room for arguments? Do you remember that? Were you not a Monty Python fan?
I'm going to have to look that up after the show, aren't I?
It's an absolutely brilliant sketch. Yeah. They've got different rooms for different things. I wanted an argument. No, you didn't. And, yeah.
They don't write like that anymore, Tash.
They wouldn't be allowed, would they?
No.
The woke would not be happy. Right. There we go. Just whilst I insult everybody, let's go. Thank you ever so much for watching. I hope that you have made the most of all of these incredible deals and bargains today. There is a deal on everything, and obviously the more you buy...
With one tiny thing, because Sue's made the most amazing, question/point. Okay?
Which is?
So she said, if I wanted to make Jane's quilt pattern from yesterday using the bundle from today...
Oh, yes!
I know. Which plain will tone nicely with the warm greys, and how much would I need? And
with
Jane,
these ones?
Okay. Said ivory would look nice.
Hang on, I'm just going to go and get them. Excuse me, Sal. I need to get into my planes. Ivory, natural seeded cotton, silver mink for sure, but we're waiting for that to come in. And actually, this is nude.
Well, and Sue's now thrown another little curveball in, saying, I'm going black, looking again, with the reds and greens. But Jane's saying you'll need a metre or whatever it is you choose. Ivory's always a safe bet, isn't it?
Ivory would work across the board.
It would. But
because
metre
it's soft.
is what Jane is recommending.
I wouldn't go white with any of it, because it's too bright. And because even though there are elements of white in this one, it then softens, so you'd just be picking up the softer element of it. That's what I would go for. But then this is nude, and nude looks very lovely with it too.
Does, doesn't it?
Does, right? Yeah.
Good choice, boss. Good choice.
Now let's just talk very, very quickly. I am just waiting for a couple of... Oh, the chickens are out everywhere. A couple of fabrics to come in for those of you that are waiting for your complete bundles of plains. They were far more popular than we ever imagined. It's taken us forever to cut them on top of the move and everything else. But they are now cut. We're just waiting for it to fill a couple of gaps here and there. Sunshine yellow, who knew, was going to be the evil fabric of this one. So the evil fabric and light grey, they've all got one in each of them. They've all got one that just ran a little bit short, so bear with. They are... You
should have known, really, Tash. The sunshine has been elusive of late.
I know, right? I know. What a lovely idea to put that Christmas tree with that surround. Beautiful, really beautiful. You'll bring that out every year. That will become like your traditional thing. I love that, and it's perfect for people that have smaller spaces. Absolute genius. Guys, thank you so very, 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 very much for joining us. We will have Friday deals again. Maybe I'll let Gemma loose on the Friday deals, as you did seem to enjoy her Dachshund inspired picks. What she will pick for this week, I don't know, but I will be picking and packing while she picks those. So we are slowly catching up again. Thank you very much for your patience. I know someone messaged, she said, but I only ordered 3 patterns. It's kind of not the point if it was 3 patterns or 23 items. If we haven't got to that day, we haven't got to that day. But we are working our way through, and thank you very much for bearing with us. I can see lots of boxes that have all been picked. That's what Sally and Jane are frantically working their way through, picking so that I can then just pack them and get them out the door for you. It's a well-oiled machine, and we are getting there. And as we get there, we've just like, right, okay, so we'll put that to one side and to us all those things. You are amazing. Monday is